Hi there, my name's Greg. I'm the head of marketing here at Leadoo, and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of how our conversion platform can help you get more conversions and more leads from your website. The first thing to say about Leadoo, though, is there are a lot of features in our platform. So if you want to get a more personalized demo of how Leadoo could help your business or work in your sector, come onto our website, hit Get Leadoo. You can click a demo there in just a few seconds and request that or a quote, or you can even try Leadoo for free with the free version of our tool. However, I'm in marketing, so my job is to give you a tour of how, for instance, our tech works on your website to drive leads and conversions. And we're all about identifying and ultimately converting your website traffic. So on our website, for instance, you'll see above the fold lots of call to actions like you would on many websites, some credentials about why we're very good at what we do and who we work with. And if I keep scrolling down, I could see usual homepage messaging here about our platform. But you'll have noticed that, for instance, just below the fold, this popped up. And this is one example of a Leadoo conversion tool. So this is what we call an in-page bot because it embeds organically inside web pages. And what this is doing is making my homepage more conversational and putting the onus back on me as the user to say, hi, thanks for visiting Leadoo. What are you looking to learn more about? Do you want to learn more about how Leadoo can help you increase website leads or understand your customers better or improve your website UX? And if I click any of those, I'll go down preset pathways showing me exactly how Leadoo can help me do that. Or because Leadoo has AI capabilities, I have the option to say I'd like to chat to Leo, who's the AI virtual assistant. And I have some preset prompts about what I can ask Leo, but I can also ask him anything. So I could say, how does Leadoo AI benefit me, for instance? And what Leo will do is, because he is an AI assistant, he will generate an answer in real time about whatever I've asked, if it relates to Leadoo. So he'll say, Leadoo AI benefits you by providing your business with AI-powered chatbots to serve as customer service advisors, significantly reduce support volumes, and assist users in making buying decisions. And he even gives me a link to learn more about Leadoo AI at this page if I want to. And you can see that because I asked about Leadoo AI specifically, these dynamic prompts have now changed to be specifically about Leadoo AI. So can it integrate with my existing systems? What kind of support can I get? Does it offer customizable options? Or I can continue to ask whatever I wanted. But remember, I told you this was an in-page tool from Leadoo. So we never left our homepage. We started this conversation with Leo. We went down whatever pathway was most relevant to us. And all of that information is still displayed here. But if I want to move past that, I can continue scrolling down the homepage and reading our messaging. And if I keep going, I'll get to an example of a different kind of Leadoo tool, which is a visual bot. So here, for instance, this is now talking to me about all the different types of Leadoo conversion tools. We covered in-page bots, we covered AI. I can click, if I wanted to, at any point on this homepage into the three dots in the bottom right corner and open up a more traditional bottom right-hand chatbot, where I could go down preset pathways to ask anything about Leadoo. In this case, what does it cost? And I'm encouraged to go and explore the pricing page or to get a personalized quote for myself. So we covered chatbots and in-page bots there. This tool is an example of a visual bot. Makes sense. It's very visually striking and it stands out. If I click in to find out more information about visual bots, it will give me a quick summary to say that they're there to engage the user visually and gamify the experience of finding out more information about a specific product or feature. So for instance, if I click this, I can read more about visual bots on their own category page, or I can start reading case studies about how visual bots have delivered results for clients. In this instance, it's about how visual bots help deliver a 15x ROI for a travel client. Now, if I read this case study and I was happy with it, and I came back to the homepage that I was on, again, we're all about driving conversions through these tools. So now the bot that I accessed that case study from knows it sent me away. So now the messaging has changed to say, welcome back. And it knows I've now read a case study about visual bots. So now it is trying to drive me further down the conversion journey. Would you like to know more about pricing? Or would you like to use a calculator to calculate potential ROI from Leadoo? If I clicked into that, for example, I'd be taken to this page, which is a blog. You can read the blog. But again, we're all about using our conversion tools to drive conversions. So what this page is primarily here to do is help me calculate what my website performance would look like with Leadoo. So the first question it's going to ask me is how much traffic do I get? Let's say I get 13,000 sessions a month. And how many leads or conversions do I get from that a minute at the moment? Let's just say I was getting, 150. Now, with all of our conversion tools, you can build in dynamic scoring, lead routing, and dynamic content answers based on what users put in. So now the tool is saying that based on what you told me, your conversion rate's about 1.15%. But to start personalizing my journey and adding value to me as a user, it's going to ask me, what industry do I work in, for instance? I work in software. And again, because you can build in dynamic content and routing to these tools, we'll see that now it's saying you could be converting more like 199 monthly leads using Leadoo. That's 49 more than you are now. And that's because the average increase in conversion rate for software clients who use Leadoo is 33%. So I could go further down my personalized journey and calculate the ROI of what that means for me. Or if I was interested and said, sounds good, I'd like to book in a demo, I can do that here. And it'll take me to a very short, very easy to fill out contact form. The research shows us you're at least 3 to 4 times more likely to fill in this contact form now than if we just send you to a traditional static contact form page, because you've been through an interactive and personalized journey to get here that's provided you value along the way. But crucially, from Leadoo's point of view now, if I completed this contact form, I would be passed immediately into the CRM, even though the tool is just embedded within one of our web pages. I would go immediately into the CRM, and not only would it say, okay, Greg from Leadoo has filled out the contact form, all of my conversation history on the website would be captured there. So the sales team would know I came in on the homepage, I played around with a Leadoo AI bot. Here's the questions I asked it. I played around with a visual bot on the homepage. I read a case study about how visual bots boost website performance results. I came through to the ROI calculator. I told it that I get 13,000 visitors a month on my website, and I get about 150 leads at the minute from that. Oh, and I work in software. So when they ring me up, instead of, hi, Greg, saw you filled out a contact form on the website. How can we help you? It's, hey, Greg, here's other software clients we've worked with. Really great that you're getting about 150 leads a month. What would it mean for you if we could get that closer to 200? Did you enjoy that travel case study that you read? If not, here's some more relevant ones from the SaaS and software space. All of this information gets passed into any CRM system with a REST API. So those are some examples of tools that we've looked at that show you how Leadoo increases conversion rates and better engages visitors on your website. But now let's look at the back end. Let's look at what a Leadoo customer might see. This is actually Leadoo.com's own website data. So in the last 30 days, you can see that our conversion tools have been triggered 16,000 times. 1,400 people have had active discussions with them, and we've converted 217 potential leads. But crucially, if you look here, you'll see that we've also identified 2,400 companies. And if I click into our company identification tab, one second. If I click into there, you can see that, yep, in the last 30 days, 2,400 identified companies, 1,400 have revisited, 79 leads converted from those. But I can see that this data a lot more forensically. So I can see a breakdown of industries. So 15% come from the professional services space, 26% come from the software space, for instance. I can see a revenue breakdown. So 6% have a turnover between 1 and 10 billion, 27% are small businesses, 1 to 10 million turnover. And I can filter this information however I need to get to my ideal customers. So I could say, I only want to see customers from the UK and the US. Now it's 926 of those. I only want to see customers who turn over who have 250 or more employees. Now it's 324 of those. Whether I use those filters or not, what I will be able to see is a breakdown of the individual businesses here that I'm scrolling through. So you can see all these businesses have been on the Leadoo website, including some competitors. Funnily enough, you often see that. And all of these businesses have been on the Leadoo website in the last 30 days. Now, just for GDPR, I'm not going to show you the individual conversion journeys of any of those businesses. But if I click into people who work at Leadoo, for instance, what you'll be able to see with any business that you access here is publicly identifiable information about where they're based, what their revenue is, how many people work there. Because we're linked into CRM systems, you can see what stage that business is at, whether they're an opportunity or a customer or in the pipeline or not. You can see the person internally who is responsible for that business as well. You can also see a breakdown of what we call identified and unidentified visitors. So an identified visitor is anyone who's given you their first party data in some way. So it could be someone who signed up for a webinar or your newsletter or requested a demo or bought something through your website. If they give you that first party data, you're GDPR compliant and they become an identified visitor. An unidentified visitor is just someone who hasn't done that, hasn't converted, hasn't given you their first party data or consented to, and for GDPR compliance, they remain an unidentified visitor. Whether someone is an identified or unidentified visitor, you can click in and see their full lifetime conversion journey through your website. So this is just aggregating all the people who've been on Leadoo's website, but for each individual visitor, I could see how they accessed the website and their conversion journey. To show you this is real data as well, this is me. This is my journey. I was the last user 6 minutes ago looking at this stuff. And you can see that my conversion journey includes all the pages that we looked at in this demo. So I came in from the homepage. I had a discussion with the homepage bot. I looked at our homepage visual bot on conversion kits. Remember that I clicked the visual bot node, for instance. I looked at a case study about delivering 15x ROI. And then I ultimately, almost converted for the purpose of this demo through the conversion rate calculator. So I told the conversion rate calculator that my website gets 13,000 visitor months and converts 150 leads at the minute. Again, whether or not I'm a known visitor, for instance, 19 hours ago, there was an unknown visitor on the website from this IP, from the Leadoo IP addresses. They visited 13 pages. I can see them all here. And if I clicked into that visitor as well, even though they're unknown, I would be able to see when they first came onto the website, when they last came onto the website, all the different traffic sources that they accessed the website from, and their full browsing history and conversion history through the website. We also have a whole host of tools to tell you how people are engaging with the bots on your website. So for instance, if I go into a bot, this is one of the bots that sits on our pricing page that you might have seen when we looked at features earlier. One of the things that I can see within any bot is something called optimization mode. So if I scroll out here, you can see the individual questions that people get answered, the individual pathways they go down, and you can see the drop-off rates at each stage of those pathways. So if something's in green, it has a very low drop-off rate, about 10%. If something's in red or in gray or black, that means that almost all users are dropping off when they get to that stage of the conversation history. This would help you determine things like what content people are engaging with, what nodes and pathways people want to go down, where do they get stuck, where do they drop off. And this, for instance, could help dictate things like what questions do we want people to be able to see as preset options, what case studies, what landing pages, what blogs do we want to send people to? Are people completing form nodes when we present them with a form to sign up for something or not? And generally, where should we be sending people as they go through the website? And you can see as well that each individual answer or question that you ask people in the bots comes with analytics about how many people triggered it, how many people answered it, and what the drop-off rate at each stage was. So hopefully that gives you a very quick idea of the features within Leadoo. The fact that you not only have tools that sit on your website to drive more conversions and leads, but you have all of the information in the back end about them. You know who's been accessing these tools, who's been discussing with them. And there's a whole host of features that I don't really have all the time in the world to explore with you today. But for instance, the fact that you can start to personalize the content of some of those bots and tools based on whether someone is a repeat visitor or not, or whether someone is accessing that content from a specific industry. So if they work in recruitment, for instance, you might want to show somebody a completely different piece of content to if they work in tech. Or if someone is a returning visitor, you might want to say something like, welcome back. Are you still looking for information about product X? And you can do all of that with Leadoo because we tell you who's on your website, we map their lifetime conversion journeys, and we allow you to create personalized and relevant content to them. And the reason that we do all of this is because, remember, we're a conversion platform. We want you to convert as many visitors as possible, and we give you the tools and insights to do that. If you want to find out more information, please go onto the Leadoo website. Again, you can click Get Leadoo to try a free version, or get a demo or request a quote. And hopefully you'll be getting more out of your website by using a conversion platform like ours.